Parker. Discussions with DT Parker. Welcome. How was the weekend? Did you enjoy? Hopefully you had a great weekend. Back to it on this money making Monday. You already know. Twitch is about to be active, I promise. But IG, of course, what up, Swisher? You're the first contestant on Discussions with DT Parker today. Getting Twitch activated, IG Live, of course, you are up. Thank you to the folks that on YouTube run this back. If you have not already done so, please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Trying to run this up to at least $1,000 before next year of 2027, because YouTube is getting ready to make those changes, and I need to be at 1,000. I think I have I'm not sure about the views, but we get decent views on YouTube, which thank you. Again, if you haven't done so, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Let's run that up. All right, so today's Discussions with DT Parker comes from a woman on Shannon Sharp's show. I don't know this woman's name, but clearly if she's on Shannon Sharp's show, she gotta be a big deal. But she said women that think like men are bad. So the question today is, are women that think like men bad? And then I'm going to play her clip on her reasoning and her rationaling, and then you can make your decision. Are women that think like men bad? Are women, that think like men bad? That's the question today. Are women who think like men bad? And then, like I said, I'm going to play this clip. And I need to Google who this lady is again. Like I said, she was on Shannon Sharp's show. I thought the clip was very interesting. And I thought she had, well, I'm going to let you decide if she had some valid points or not once you hear the clip. So I thought it would be a good discussion today. It always is with us. We always have good discussions. I just want to give a real quick shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta, Angela Oakley. Why I say that so slow? Angela Oakley, for stopping through and doing an interview with me. I had put on here that something was said that wasn't actually said, but the video was taken down, and it's neither here nor there. It was a misquote, so it happens. So my apologies. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh, Lord, child. We are active now on Twitch. But hold on. There you go. You can see me now. Twitch was good. Twitch, IG, YouTube. Let's get into it. Let's do it. All right, I want you to hear what this lady has to say, because she said women that think like men are bad. We are not equal. Hey, Aim Love, if men have us on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on that pedestal? So take a listen to what she is chatting about. Aim, welcome to Discussions with DT Parker.
Men is bad because there has to be an understanding that I think that women that think like men is bad because there has to be an understanding that we are not equal.
Yeah.
Make it do it, but we can't. Make us sleep with all the women they want to. And if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to?
Right.
Like, it's such a deeper conversation. Mm-hmm. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, right, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you even want to be there?
Right.
What we're talking about.
Like, we're not the same. And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on the pedestal?
Right.
That means I'm up here.
Right.
And you know you down here. So why do I have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here? That's insane to me. Mm-hmm. So when I hear women fighting this battle of, well, how come he and how come I can't? Why do you even want to? Why do you sit there with the idea of, I should be able to have sex with 100 men if I want to? That would never come out of my mouth.
No.
He has sex with 200 women. I should be able to do the same. I don't even want to. Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So, let me get a little.
Okay.
That's Coach Shannon.
All right. So, new folks, welcome to Discussions with DT Parker. Today we're chatting about are women that think like men bad? Are women that think like men bad? And I got this from Club Shay Shay. I do not know this queen's name, and I hate that I don't know that this what her name is. Yes, thank you, got you, Open ENTA. I just got to go through them and sort through them, but yes, they look good. Thank you so much. So Tech said, "Yup." Okay, Tech, why do you feel like that? So the question today is, are women that think like men bad? And it comes from, again, let me Google. I do not know what this woman's name was, but she's on Club Shay Shay. She has to be a big deal if she's on Club Shay Shay. Hey, Swisher. Okay, y'all are saying yes, no explanations. Why do you feel like that? What up, ATLQ? Are women who think like men bad? That is the question today. Are women who think like men bad? What is this woman's name? Hold on. I just pulled up this interview on YouTube.
Everyone keeps asking me how I
I'm
did
gonna mute this for a second because I'm not trying to get us flagged. What is this woman's name? I'm so curious. She had a lot of other things to say too. She said women shouldn't be farting or passing gas in front of men. But I'm trying to figure out what her... Hold on. Let me see. Let me play this. Hold on. Bear with me. That's my fault. Thank you, Pecan Brown. Takara Williams. Is that what her name was? Takara? Thank you, Pecan Brown. Thank you, girl. You be keeping up, girl. I love it. All right, so the question today is, are women who think like men bad? Are women who think like men bad? And then I'm going to play this clip, and then we could go from there. And then, and this comes from Takara Williams. Thank you. Takara, am I saying it right? Takara. Hold on.
Because there has to be an understanding that I think that women that think like men is bad, because there has to be an understanding that we are not equal.
Yeah.
Make it do it, but we can't. Make us sleep with all the women they want to. And if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to?
Right.
Like, it's such a deeper conversation. Mm-hmm. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, right, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you even want to be there?
Right.
Like, we're not the same.
Right.
And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on the pedestal?
Right.
That means I'm up here.
Right.
And you know you down here. So why do I have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here? That's insane to me. Mm-hmm. So when I hear women fighting this battle of, well, how come he and how come I can't? Why do you even want to? Why do you sit there with the idea of, I should be able to have sex with 100 men if I want to? That would never come out my mouth.
No.
He has sex with 200 women. I should be able to do the same. I don't even want to. Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So, yo,
she needed a drink. Okay, got you opening, and T said, to each his own. I don't have to deal with her. Tex said, you already know why I will not waste my breath trying to educate and save women who only want to do what they've always been told they can't or should do. Swisher said, that's true. Hold them farts. So you don't want your woman farting in front of you either, Swisher? Farting, she can't do a number two? I never understood you. You do know that women do that, right? I'm so sorry to bust the bubble. Women do that. All right, hello, ATLQ. It's Pecan Brown. I'm still gonna jack that name up, girl. I am so terrible with folks' names. And clearly questions too. I'm sorry, I'm taking shots at myself. Anyway. Takara. You know what? I love this little thing called pronouncenames.com. You know what it does? It helps me. pronouncenames.com. Cause girl, I will jack somebody's name up quickly in a heartbeat. But you know what? That's why I don't take no offense when folks jack up my real name, chill. I be like, look, I get it. Cause Dee Dee is not my real name. What did this thing do to me? Oh my goodness, what is that? Let's see. New folks, if I have any, welcome to Discussions. Takara. Ra. Thank you. I think I said it right. Swisher said, no, I don't like her to, I don't like. You want her to say, that's what makes farting, what makes that unladylike? I'm sorry. But you do it though. I'm sorry. Because this is what she's talking about, right? For us to remain on a pedestal. I'm sorry. I'm doing exactly what she said not to do. But I'm just saying, if y'all do it, what's the problem? New folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're talking about Takara Williams. She made some comments and said that women basically who act like men are bad. So the question today is, are women that act like men bad? And then I'll play the clip again for the new folks that have not heard it. But are women that act like men bad? What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like women that act like men are bad? Tex said he's not getting into it. Because Tex said, I have told you not once. I have not told you twice. I have not only told you 3 times. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all still gonna want to do whatever you want to do. Tex might have a point. And then after you heard the video, does she have some valid points in what she is saying? Like I said, I've never heard of this woman before. What does she do? I'm over here Googling her now. Because I'm like, is she a comedian? Because I'm not familiar with her. Like, this is my first time ever hearing of her. I saw her in the clip circulating on social media of her, on Club Shay Shay. And that's why I was like, okay, this will be an interesting topic because I know my fellas is probably going to be like, yeah, a woman that thinks like a man is bad. But fellas, and Swisher, you said a woman, yeah, you agree too. I agree with some of the things that she definitely did say. Like, I don't think a selling point for what, I don't think bragging and saying, well, he slept with 200 women, so why can't I sleep with 200 men? Like, yeah, nah. I would never say anything crazy like that. Like, well, if you can sleep with 100 women, why can't I? That sounds crazy. Sounds like crazy work to me. So that part I do agree with. The farting and the bathroom part, no, I don't agree with. Because, baby, we all humans. If your animal can poop and fart and do all the above in front of you, why can't the woman? But I get what she's saying, that y'all hold us on a pedestal. Some of us. You know what? I had another good topic. Oh, I should have did that topic. We'll wait till tomorrow. It's a good one, too. This guy and what he said. Hey, Chev. Swisher said, you said it about the farts. No, I don't agree with the fart thing. That part I don't agree with. I absolutely don't agree with that part. Because I'm like, we're all humans. Come on. Make it make sense. I'm supposed to hold it until you leave the room. Hey, Chev. Or until you leave the house. I'm not messing up my inside body because you don't like that I fart. Or I gotta use a number 2. That's damaging on your body. You holding that stuff in. No, ma'am. No, thank you. Tex said, hoes will be hoes. Let them be what they want, and then let them figure out a different way when they've been used up and ran through. I mean, fellas, have you heard women say this before? Well, men sleep with 100 women. Why can't I? I mean, I've heard it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I have not heard it before. Heard it all before. But, yeah, those are words that would never come from my mouth. Ever. New folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're talking about this Club Shay Shay interview with Takara Williams. I hope I am saying it right now. Where she's talking about women and how she thinks women that act like men are bad. So I'm going to play this clip, and I want to know what your thoughts are. Do you agree with what she's talking about? Here we go.
It's bad because there has to be an understanding that I think that women that think like men, it's bad because there has to be an understanding that we are not equal. Yeah. Men can do it, but we can't. Men can sleep with all the women they want to, and if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to?
Right.
Like it's such a deeper conversation. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why can't I? Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you even want to be there?
Right.
Like we're not the same.
Same.
And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on the pedestal?
Right.
That means I'm up here.
Right.
And you know you down here. So why do I have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here? That's insane to me. So when I hear women fighting this battle of, well, how come he and how come I can't? Why do you even want to? Why do you sit there with the idea of I should be able to have sex with 100 men if I want to? That would never come out my mouth.
No.
He has sex with 200 women. I should be able to do the same. I don't even want to. Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So, let me get a little.
But I ain't gonna hold
That's
you.
cold
I've
shit.
had conversations with women where I be like, I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I won't sit here and lie and say that I haven't, I would never sit there and say to my friend, yeah, girl, you need to be out here going and sowing your royal oats. You need to be out here sleeping with as many. I would never say no like that. Ever say no mess like that. What up, JD? Thank you so much for helping me, JD. I had to scrap that because I thought about it with my company. And sorry, y'all, this is off topic. I'm talking to JD right now. I had to scrap it because weirdo. And then I had to scrap that because I got a phone call. So this whole interview with that lady, not that lady because she's Angela Oakley. She's nice. But that whole interview, take me through that. Certain things they don't want out. Certain things that were said. Baby, when I tell you I have the tea. I just can't even drop it. Because, yeah. But okay? Anyway. So back to discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Sorry, y'all. I was talking about Angela Oakley in that interview that I did. Because if I drop this one clip, baby, might break the internet. But anyway, child. Swisher said, you supposed to walk it off. Hey, mama. Sir, we are not talking about pooping and farting today, okay? Not walking off anything. That is damaging to your insides. You ain't holding your stuff. I'm sorry, because she said we're not supposed to do that today. Anyway, new folks, welcome. Discussions, DT Parker, welcome. We are chatting today. The question is, are women who think like men bad? And the men have already been chiming in, ladies. So if you hear you late to the party, because the men been saying, yes, it's bad. Text said he ain't going into no explanations because he ain't playing Captain Saber, you know what. And Swisher said, the lady on this program, I hope I'm saying her name right. Pecan Brown, did I say it right yet? Takara, hey Harlow Nights, Takara Williams is saying women that think like men are bad. So the question is, are women that think like men bad? And I want you to take a listen to what she's talking about.
Like men, it's bad because there has to be an understanding. I think that women that think like men, it's bad because there has to be an understanding that we are not equal.
Yeah.
Make it do it, but we can't. Make us sleep with all the women they want to. And if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to?
Right.
Like it's such a deeper conversation. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why can't I? Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you even want to be there?
Right.
Like we're not the same. And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on a pedestal?
Right.
That means I'm up here.
Right.
And you know you down here. So why do I have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here? That's insane to me. So when I hear women fighting this battle of, well, how come he and how come I can't? Why do you even want to? Why do you sit there with the idea of I should be able to have sex with 100 men if I want to? That would never come out my mouth.
No.
He has sex with 200 women. I should be able to do the same. I don't even want to. Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So, yo,
All right. What's your thoughts on this here? What are your thoughts? The fellas already been speaking, ladies. They feel like this lady is on point with what she's been saying. She's making some valid points. I feel like to a degree, I would say I wouldn't lead with it. Why can men sleep? If he could sleep with 100 women, why can't I sleep with 100 men? I would never lead with that. You know what I'm saying? Swisher said she's speaking to the problem with modern day women for real, for real. And what's that problem? Swisher, I would love to hear it. You said she's speaking. What is that problem? Hey, Joe. Welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're chatting about Club Shay Shay, the interview with Takara. What is her name again? Takara Williams. Where she said that women that think like men are bad. Women that think like men are bad. So the question today for on Discussions is, are women that think like men bad? Are women that think like men bad? What are your thoughts on this today? And again, I'm not in agreement with everything that she's saying, but some of the stuff, she has some points. Some of the things, not everything. Swisher said they act like and move like men. Harlem Knight said it's coming because this is a real conversation. Come on, baby. Come on to Discussions. Let me see. I can invite you in. She said because this is a real he just said that this is the problem with modern day women for real, that we act like men. Hey, Harlem Nights, hey, boo. How you doing,
Girl,
William?
look,
Where you at? What's that?
Wally World.
Oh, God, girl. Hey, Peaceful. New folks. Hold on, let me let them know what we're talking about, and then I want to run this video one more time. Let me hold something, Tan. I see you, girl. Let me hold the love. Stop. We're chatting today about, are women that think like men bad? Are women that think like men bad? And then take a listen to Takara Williams on Club Shay Shay.
That's Coach Shay.
We're not listening to none of that. I don't care about your sponsors. Club Shay Shay. Hold on.
Think like men, it's bad. I think that women that think like men, it's bad because there has to be an understanding that we are not equal. Yeah. Men can do it, but we can't. Men can sleep with all the women they want to, and if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to? Right. Like it's such a deeper conversation. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why can't I? Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you even want to be there? Right.
Oh,
Like we're not the
sorry.
same. And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on the pedestal? Right. That means I'm up here. Right. And you know you down here. So why do I have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here? That's insane to me. So when I hear women fighting this battle of, well, how come he and how come I can't? Why do you even want to? Why do you sit there with the idea of I should be able to have sex with 100 men if I want to? That would never come out my mouth. No. He had sex with 200 women. I should be able to do the same. I don't even want to. Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So, yo.
Okay. Mama said my question is it okay for men to be bad? Okay. All right, Harlem Nights, welcome to the chat. You said this is a real conversation. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so I feel what she's saying. I understand where she's coming from.
You kind of low, boo. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. You were low.
I said I feel what she's saying, and I totally get where she's coming from. And I respect everything that she's saying. But why is she not asking the same question to men?
Okay.
Why do they want to sleep with so many different women? Why is that important?
Okay.
Why is it okay for a man to feel like he needs to knock down everything he run into just because it's available to knock it down? But then why do we question? Why do we have these types of questions for women, but we do not ask men these questions?
Yeah.
Like this is very her. I get what she's saying. I understand, but her comment is very biased
Okay.
because you're saying that it's a problem for women to think like that. Like it's not a problem for men to think like that. That's a problem. You
So you're
said
saying basically it's one sided.
yeah, like
Uh oh.
question like one-sided scenarios. Like that's extremely one-sided to just say, "Well, we not made like them." Why are they made like that?
Well,
Like, why is that okay? Like, who's raising them to feel like it's okay to have 15 different women on the side?
very valid
And they're
point though.
and at the end of the day, a lot of our behavior is learned because of what we've dealt with from men,
Mm-hmm.
from the men in our lives. And nobody wants to have that conversation. Like that's what irritates me about the whole society, relationships between men and women, and the whole dating scene, the way things are happening now. Because we hold women to a high standard. Why are we not holding these men to the same standard? That if men are hoeing, who they hoeing with?
I
Does that
mean,
make sense?
no, you very, very valid points.
I mean, if it's okay for men to sleep with 15 different women, don't you think at least 7 of those women he's sleeping with got other men somewhere?
Yeah.
So who they cheating with? Like who they sleeping with?
Right. Right. Hold on. Mama said, I,
I,
oh, sorry, y'all. Mama said, I just asked the same question. Swisher said, because she's speaking to the women as women. Mama said, right, men get a pass. And Swisher said, you're making her point. What
I'm
up,
just saying
FA?
it doesn't. I'm just saying it doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't make sense for us to say, "Well, women shouldn't be like this." Well, men shouldn't be like that.
FA, are you still with us?
Yeah, I missed it.
No, you didn't miss anything. We're 30 minutes in. I invited you because I know you probably would want to get in on this topic. Um, question is today, and Harlem Nights is on here, and she's breaking down her point. But the question is today: women who think like men, are they bad? Women that think like men, are they bad? And then I'm gonna play this clip for you. I just saw your eyes, FX. They lit up. I'm gonna play this
With the
clip so you can hear this. Because I was like,
understanding
I
that we are
gotta
not
get FA on this
equal.
conversation.
Make it do it, but we can't. Make it sleep with all the women they want to. And if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to?
Right.
Like it's such a deeper conversation. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why can't I? Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you want? Why do you even want to be there? Right. Like we're not the same. Right. And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on the pedestal? Right.
Right.
That means I'm up here. Right. And you know you down here. So why do I have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here? That's insane to me. So when I hear women fighting this battle of, well, how come he and how come I can't? Why do you even want to? Why do you sit there with the idea of I should be able to have sex with 100 men if I want to? That would never come out of my mouth. No. He has sex with 200 women. I should be able to do the same. I don't even want to. Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So,
Okay. Um, Harlem Nights, I want you to say your point again, and then FA, I want you to chime in once she says her point. Because
Okay.
she has Harlem. I like Harlem's point. Swisher said, yes, it does, but it's saying women should remain ladylike regardless of what men do. Mama said we already know what FA gonna say. Harlem Nights, go ahead and explain your viewpoint again.
So I was just saying that it was not making sense to me is for us to make it okay for men to be able to have multiple sex partners and to expect women to just be committed. Like it's unrealistic. It's not fair. It's not just. And I understand what she's saying when she say, why do you want to? But we need to start asking some of these men, why do you want to? Like, why are we not? If we're going to say, this is the problem that I have. If we're going to say that men are the head and men are to lead, shouldn't they lead with integrity?
Mm.
Shouldn't they lead with standard and moral? Like,
Mm.
why is it okay for them to tell this woman that, to go tell this woman over here something different, and go tell this woman over here, and all these different women are expecting something from this man? And and I'm not saying that I would want to go sleep with a lot of men. That's not nobody. No, I doubt if there are a lot of women out here saying, "Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go sleep with 15 men this month. I got a roster. I'm supposed to go put 30 men on my roster."
Yeah.
There's not a that. I deal with women all the time. I do hair. I deal with women all the time. I ain't never heard no woman come sit in my salon chair and brag about smashing 15 dudes.
Yeah.
It's
However,
a reason
I
why.
also deal with a lot of men. You
Mhm.
understand? Because I have a lot of male friends and I cut men's hair as well. But I
Mm-hmm.
have heard men, Didi, you and I know several of them together,
Mhm.
that make it a point to try to smash everything that walks past them.
Yeah.
So if it's not okay for women and the man is the lead, the man is supposed to be the head, why is he not leading her into a better way of thinking? I'm going
Mm.
to lead by example. It's like
Okay.
we okay that we make it okay for them, and I just feel like it doesn't make sense. If we ain't gonna change that, then don't even bother having a conversation. Cause ask the men the same question:
Yeah.
why
Well,
do
Okay.
you
as
want to
FA.
sleep with 15 men? Why do you want to sleep
Mhm.
with 15 women? Why do you need all these different women? Why do you need to bag that many women? That's all I'm saying.
All right, FA. Welcome back to the
Well,
chat.
I think these conversations tend to become redundant because a lot of times people are not actually answering the prompt, right? They're changing the prompt, you know what I mean, and then creating their own narrative, which is a separate question, right? Like if we want to talk about what you want to talk about, that's fine, but that's the actual topic is not what was just expressed and explained. She had a question, but it had nothing to do with the topic. The topic was why do women want to sleep with men simply because men do it and or
Invited you. There you go. Now I don't know what FA's problem is and why he can't get back in.
At first, it said something about the invitation expired.
Okay.
I had
Let
to
me
hang up and copy. I had to hang up and do it again.
All right. I just tried to get him back in. All right, new folks, welcome back to Discussions with Didi Parker. We were chatting today about are women that think like men bad? Are women that think like men bad? And I want to play this clip again. Welcome, 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 new folks. Discussions with Didi Parker. We're chatting about are women that think like men bad? And I'm going to play this clip from, I believe her name is Dakara Williams. I think I'm saying it wrong, but I could be saying it right. But she was on Club Shay Shay.
Because
Here
there
we go.
has to be an understanding that we are not equal. Yeah.
thank you.
Men can do it, but we can't. Men can sleep with all the women they want to, and if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe.
What up?
Why do you want to? Right. Like it's such a deeper conversation. Mm-hmm. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, right, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why can't I? Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you even want to be there? Right. Like we're not the same. Right. And if men have us up on this pedestal, what's wrong with being on the pedestal? Right.
What's
That
wrong
means
being
I'm
on
up
the
here.
pedestal?
And you know you down here. So why do I
Yeah.
have a problem with the fact that you think and believe I should be up here? That's
This is
insane
why
to me. So when I hear
Hey,
women fight in this
Clinton
battle
was
of,
looking for
well,
you,
how come
FA.
he and how
Mhm.
come I
Your
can't?
brother
Why do
Clinton
you
was
even
looking for you.
want to? Why do you sit there with the
1985.
idea
Clinton?
I should be able to have sex with
Oh,
100 men if
you
I
looking
want
Yeah,
for
to?
me?
he's been looking for you.
That would never come out my mouth. No. He has
See,
sex with
this is
200
the
women.
this
I
is
should be
the
able to do the same. I don't even want to.
She's frozen.
Why you want to? Why? You really need to sit down and ask yourself, why am I even considering this as an option? Why do you even want it as an option for yourself? So y'all,
Okay. New folks, welcome. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. What up, 1985, and anybody else that has joined. The question today is, are women that think like men bad? Are women that think like men bad? And this queen here, Takara Williams, she was on Club Shay Shay, and that was her take on women wanting, the same things as men. Clean, I see you. Rashad is about to hop on. I'm trying to get Harlem Nights off of here because she's frozen right now.
Now she's not on there on my screen.
Oh, she's not? Okay, here she goes. Well, hopefully it'll let her back in. All right.
Yeah.
Did you hear the video, Rashad?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. There she goes. Everybody's on. Welcome back, Harlem
I'm gonna
Nights.
get her some earphones. My goodness.
Welcome, FA. They're saying your headphones, because
No, your background is loud.
You can't hear me? Okay. All right. New folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Once again, we're chatting about our women that think like men bad. Rashad, stop laughing.
All she got to do is just put it on mute.
Put her on mute until she's time to talk.
All right, Rashad, what are your thoughts on after hearing the video?
I can't hear you.
I say we can't hear nothing. Say put it on mute.
Harlem! They're saying they can't hear. Can you hear me? Okay, there you go.
There
Rashad,
we go.
what are your thoughts after hearing the video?
Man, it's crystal clear. Just, man, it's like it went from iPhone to Android, just like that.
Leave her alone.
No, man. She has a valid point. I mean, at the end of the day, one of the challenges is that there are a lot of women out there that just want to do things just because men do them, and not because they have a desire to do them. They just want to say, if he did it, I should be able to do it too, even if they didn't have that initial desire, in this case, to sleep with a whole lot of men. But because men do it, they want that element of equality sometimes clouds the mind of women. And the reason I say that is because they equate equality to doing everything that a man can do, right? And I don't know if that's necessarily, what the true definition of equality, should be, because if that's the case, that means you should be out there changing tires too, right? Yeah. And so it's like they get caught up on that equality thing when, it's not necessarily, that's not the definition that they should be seeking when it comes to equality, right? And so, to the point that the lady made, if you weren't trying to get back at a dude, would you even have a desire to be sleeping around with all those kinds of men? And if the answer, well, no, that's not everybody, dude, right? But
nothing is everybody. But go ahead.
Well, yeah. Once again, so I'm just talking about the individual, right? Some women are going to say yes, some women are going to say no. But I'm talking more to the women that she was, asking the question to. She was saying, why do you even want to do that? Right? Some women, they would do it because they want to, but a lot of women, and I think more women, would not necessarily do it because they wanted to, but they would do it just to get back at men out of spite, and those are just my thoughts on that.
I think that you're dealing with a woman that has the reason why I disagree with him is because to me, if that is true, there's a lot of mentally retarded women out here. If
I would believe that before I believe anything else.
The woman you're saying women, you believe that a lot of women that sleep with a lot of men are doing it not because they actually have the desire to sleep with a lot of men, but out of this idea that they want to do it because men are able to do it. That is a sickness. That is a mental sickness that is beyond. These women, you have an issue in your brain if that is the reason why you're giving yourself to random men. That is beyond. I don't even think that low of women. right? Like I think that these women are more conscious and are more selective and are making decisions. They're just saying, I'm sleeping with these men because that's what I wanted to do. I think that the women don't like the consequence of it. So now they try to involve this equality conversation after the fact. They don't like the consequence. It wasn't they want to sleep with all these men because they want to sleep with all these men. Now, they just didn't think, and this is why I do believe the naiveness of them, they just didn't maybe think that it would be consequential later in life when they look back and be like, oh, wow, I slept with all these men, and now these men are calling me different names. And now I didn't know that I was going to be viewed this way after doing all of these actions. And now I have to reach and say, well, what about all the men that did the same thing? And like I explained to you earlier, Dee, you can't be the prize. The one thing I did like about what she said was she says that well, men are putting us on a pedestal, and they have high expectations of us, which then it aligns with this idea that women are the prize. That
Yeah.
because you are above us, then we win something, we obtain something. If you are above us, if you're doing the exact same thing we're doing, we're not the prize, and you can't be the prize. And Rashad also just said and made it clear it's hard to take you women serious in these spaces when you can't think unemotionally because you do have the mental ability to understand that there are areas that men are not equal to women and there are areas that women are not equal to men. But yet, when it's something you don't like, you lose that ability in your brain to process that there is a difference. Now it's
But
all of a sudden, because he just said, y'all ain't believe in changing tires. Y'all don't believe
I
in.
did like something that Harlem did say, because what are we teaching? We're teaching our sons that that's okay for them to
No, we're
do.
not. No,
Okay.
we're not. And I think that's the point where we get derailed because that wasn't the topic. We want to keep. It's a lack of accountability to change the topic to why are men sleeping with a lot of women. That's a
No,
separate topic.
it's what are
Hold
we?
on.
That's a
Hold
separate
on.
topic.
Hold on. Let me say something. It is a
Ooh,
lack of
under control.
accountability. It is a
Under
lack of
control.
accountability. It is a lack of accountability to sit and say that we are not making this okay for men to behave that way. If we are going to
Who
say
said
that
that?
men are,
Who said that?
you just said you
I
just
said
said that
that
we're not.
it's a lack of accountability when you
Let me
change
let
the
me let me finish.
topic.
Let me
You're
finish my
changing the
statement.
topic. Oh, but go ahead.
Because
Okay,
we
go ahead.
always hold on. We always want to hold one side accountable.
That's the
But
topic.
what I do not hear from men, what I do not hear from men, which is irritating. This is the same scenario that we had with Dr. Umar. It's the same scenario. Men are not always holding themselves to a higher standard for
Oh my
themselves.
God.
And if a man is supposed to be the lead and the head,
Oh my
everything trickles
God.
down from the head. If your head is not right, the body is going to be jacked up. So if a man would say, you know what, instead of me putting my penis in all these different women that don't belong to me, I'm going to preserve my energy and put into what the woman that I'm with, that is going to turn that woman into something that is to be revered, that is to be revered, that is to be respected. But if a man is spending time with a woman, he's spending the same time with 15, 16 different women, that woman is looking at him like, well, dang, where do I fit? Why am I sitting over here holding on, stuck on stupid, while he out there doing whatever he's supposed, whatever he want to do?
Yeah, why
And
are you?
then,
Yeah, why
and
are
then,
you? No,
exactly,
I'm
because
asking you
that's
to
what,
answer the question. Why are you?
because
Because these women
because
are so smart
because
in
there are
one
men
instance,
like you,
and in
because there
another
are men
instance,
like you.
women are
Hold
too
on, let me
stupid
tell
to
you
make a
why.
decision,
Let me
right?
tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because there are men like you
Like
who,
me.
when we decide to leave, yes, like FA, who, when
Yeah.
we decide to leave and
Uh-huh.
make a better choice for ourselves, now
Right.
we're put in the baby mama because we didn't want to put up with the bullshit, because we didn't want to deal with what you was dishing.
Why did
Now
you have
we're
a
the
baby
baby
with a
mama
man
phone.
that wasn't your
Now we're,
husband?
who is women out
Why
here
did
getting
you have a
pregnant by
I don't
their
even
husbands?
understand how you just be
There are
equating
husbands.
things. You just be
There
just
are
putting stuff in
husbands.
it. Men
FA,
like
when
me.
you say Okay, do you realize when you say why you have a baby with a man that's not your husband, do you realize how ignorant that sounds? There are
No,
husbands
please
cheating.
tell me. Tell me
There are
why.
husbands cheating.
No,
There are husbands.
for a husband
There
to
are
cheat.
husbands
Listen to
cheating.
baby. I know this is difficult. For you, the
No,
husband
it's
to
not.
cheat, he
It's
would
pretty
have to be
simple.
a husband.
That but that's the thing. There are
For a
husbands
husband to
cheating.
cheat, he would have to be a husband, baby.
I think what she's
Okay,
trying to
so
say is that there are husbands that make side babies with these side
there are
chicks.
husbands that's doing the
I didn't
same
get that. What
thing.
does that have to
You
do
make it
with
like the
women
husband.
having
You make it
children out
sound
of
like
wedlock?
you make it
What
because
this is the
women.
issue. This is the
So,
problem. And this is
you
again,
sound real.
I gotta have it.
You
Okay,
sound
I
real
got
uneducated when you say
okay,
that.
cool, cool,
You
cool,
sound
cool.
real
We heard
uneducated when
what
you
you had
say
to
that.
say, Harlan. We heard what you had to
I'm
say.
just saying, I need
What
you
I'm
to
saying, I
know that
know, but
that's an uninformed statement.
I know it. I know it. Now we can move on. This is what I was saying. This again is one of the reasons why it's difficult for a lot of men to take women serious in intellectual conversations because the emotion starts to erupt and they lose their ability to stay focused, stay on topic,
I am.
talk clearly, not take
I'm very
hold on.
focused,
See,
sir. I'm not.
interrupt,
I'm very.
take shots, men like you,
You
make
did
it
the same
personal and all
thing,
that,
and
which I'm
everybody
okay
did the
with. Don't
same
bother
thing.
me, right? Because I'm not
Everybody did the
emotionally
same. Did everybody do
attached
the
to the
same thing?
conversation.
Did he
I'm
do the
not.
same thing?
But it's not
Did he do
difficult.
the
It's
same thing?
difficult.
Did he do the same thing?
I bet that
Okay, we're
if
not
we
gonna
Did he
had,
talk.
do the
I
same?
know,
We're not gonna talk
right?
over
It's
one
kind of
another. Okay.
childish. It's childish.
Yeah, we're
Did he
not.
do
I
the
know
Hold
same
that.
on.
thing?
I
Hold
know
on.
that.
Y'all go to your perspective corners. Let me read some comments and then we got some new folks. New folks, welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. We are chatting today about are women that think like men bad? Are women
We're
that think
not
like men
actually.
bad?
We're
Clean
actually
Clean said
not.
that's for all people on here saying women can do what men do and body count doesn't matter. Mama said she is saying men should set the standards. Clean Clean said, man, it's kind of wild. Women's ability to dodge accountability is
It's
museum
crazy.
like. I never seen anything like it. Very
It
stable
should be
type moves.
studied.
Mama said, why is it for men to make okay for men to make babies and not be married?
Men don't make babies. I don't know how. I don't know. This is the issue that I have, and I promise I'm gonna just allow you to have the floor. This is why I really think, and I'm not trying to be insulting to anyone on the panel. I'm not, but I really think people are not that intelligent. I really do. I
Hey,
really, really do.
okay.
Listen, no, listen. I don't care about
Is he
offending
talking about
someone.
himself?
Okay, so listen. If I'm gonna break it down to something as simple as this, if you're doing, that's how I know y'all didn't do well on tests, because if a test question asks you, "What is the color of the sky?" and your answer is, I don't understand why they ask me this question. Do they ask other men this question? Do they ask other children? I'm like, oh my God, listen, we have to stay on the top. The question was, thinking like a man, is it wrong? Your
Look at that.
answer can't always be, I don't understand why men are not the leaders and they should be leading with an example.
Okay.
That is whether if that's true or not, because I'm not even necessarily saying parts of that isn't true. I'm saying that's
So let
not
me
the
prove that
question.
I
Can
have
we
the
not
intelligence to
interrupt you?
answer the question. Let me
Please,
answer the
please,
question.
please. No, I don't want you to
When
prove.
you
I want
finish,
you to prove that you got
I'm gonna answer
discipline.
the question.
Okay,
I
cool.
am.
Fair
When you
enough.
finish,
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
answer the question. So
Okay,
finish.
okay. And this is all, I'll be honest. This is one of the other reasons why it's so easy to call women black, angry. You see the lack of self-control. I'm telling you why they say these things. Why they speak over men and they yell at you. They gonna be heard. This black woman got something to say. And blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm saying she should say it when it's time for her to speak. I'm just telling you why these
Give
stereotypes
somebody a
about
chance
our
to
women
speak.
are
You
reinforced.
long-winded as
If
hell.
anybody, if any, well, because you keep interrupting, I gotta add stuff. You see what I'm saying? But the end, you see what I'm saying?
Okay,
You
It's
y'all.
hard for
long-winded.
me.
You just
It's hard
Okay,
for me
long-winded.
let's
to
stick to the
conclude.
topic. Let's stick to the
Okay,
topic.
cool.
Let's stick
Okay,
to the
cool. So
topic.
all I'm gonna say
Are
is this:
women that think like men bad? Are women that think like men
yes,
bad?
I would say yes.
Okay,
That's the
let me
simple
can I
answer,
answer?
and the response to that. In addition to that being the answer, yes, I would then pose the
Long-winded.
question. I would challenge the women to think this men that think like women bad. And I think it'll be easier for them to understand that. I don't think that they would want a man that thinks like a woman, just like how we wouldn't want a woman that thinks like a man. Go ahead.
Okay, so my response to her original question, because I responded to her comment, because the comment itself was a bigger issue for me. But my response to her question is, if a woman is thinking like a man in protection of herself, like if she's in her mind saying, hold on, this man is thinking this, and I need to understand how he's processing what's going on in between us in protection of herself, then no, it's not wrong. But if a woman is thinking like a man to match his ability to be a hoe, yes, that is very wrong. I would never condone a woman trying to match a man's body count.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
Yeah.
Nobody has that. I mean, that's just dumb. So to answer your question, I didn't address the question because the question is irrelevant. It doesn't make sense to sit up and say, oh, well, he had 5 bodies, I'm going to go get 5 bodies. Yeah. That makes no sense. And any woman with clear intelligence understands that. No, I guarantee you, if you ask 7 out of 10 women, would they rather have a high body count, or would they rather try to work something out with a man that is present? I guarantee you she's going to stand there and tell you that she would much rather work something out, that she's already with someone that she's already built a connection with, somebody that she's already partially built a life with. We see it all the time when we see women who got 4 or 5 kids by a man, and she's still dealing with his inconsistency.
Oh, Rashad, just the reason
She's
why
being patient.
I agree with you, and I think you're aligned with what I said. I don't think you heard Rashad, because if you heard Rashad, then you would have just heard
Then my
that he
sound went
believes.
out.
Yeah, he is the one who got on here and said he believes that a lot of these women are simply sleeping with a lot of other men because they out of this idea of equality, and because if men can do it, then women should be able to do it. Although you just said, and like I agree with, if they are doing, one of the reasons why you did not answer the question directly is because you thought that was ridiculous, and no women is
Yeah, I
sleeping
did.
with a bunch of men simply because
No,
men
there
are.
are
I'm
women that out
telling
here
you that
sleeping with a bunch
Rashad
of
just
men.
said that's the case.
No,
That
there
is
are
the
No,
women
case.
that
I'm
are
not
out here
saying.
matching body
No,
count.
Wait a minute.
not
I
even
didn't
just
say.
some.
Hold
He
on.
said a lot.
Hold on.
He said a
You
significant
misunderstood
amount.
me. I don't believe that there's a significant amount. I don't believe that there's a lot. I just don't believe that there's a lot.
I just said we agree on
I
that.
don't
We're
believe
saying
that.
that.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm just
Rashad, go
saying
ahead.
I don't agree. I don't agree that there's a lot of women that's out here saying, "Oh, I'm gonna run it up like these dudes be running it up."
Oh, well,
No,
that's what
I don't believe
Rashad
that there's
said.
a lot of women. No,
That's what Rashad.
no. Hey, me and Rashad got history. I don't agree with everything Rashad says, and then there are things that I agree with. I don't agree that there's a lot of women out here doing that, but I'm saying if a woman is out here doing that, something is mentally wrong with her.
Is that not what
That's
no,
a
no, no,
mental
no.
issue.
Now keep, no, 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 listen. Give it the same energy,
Rashad,
DD. Because when I said they mentally retarded, you was just
she
like,
didn't
oh my
say
No,
God.
that
mentally
is a
Man,
mental.
retarded, though.
she just said the same thing.
Girl, she
No,
didn't
that
say
is a
mentally
mental
retarded. Go
issue.
ahead, Rashad. I say it's the way sometimes you basically call them like what you call them you basically said they had a disability. Come on now.
That's what she just did the same thing. What are you talking
I mean,
about?
She said mentally.
I'm not supposed to
She
up
can
my
have,
body count.
you can be.
Yeah, that's
You
the
said they
problem.
was retarded.
No, I mean, mentally retarded is a medical condition.
That's a strong word. But to have a mental illness, I'd rather you say they might have.
Okay, that makes you feel better.
That's a
Okay,
better
gotcha,
word.
go ahead.
Listen, I've already gotten checked for some shit that I said that was incorrect.
Okay,
Okay,
gotcha.
so I'm trying to make
Gotcha.
sure I say all my stuff correctly. Okay.
100%. Gotcha.
Rashad, what were you gonna say?
Have you ever heard of the slut walk?
Oh yeah, with Amber Rose.
Do you know how many women attend that every
She
year?
still do that?
Mhm.
Lot of hoes.
Yep.
Lot of hoes.
They
Lot of
still do
hoes.
it. Yes,
And
do it.
and
But that's
that
still not a significant enough number. It's still not a significant enough number to
so
say that most that it's a lot. It's still not, I know it's a lot of women attend, but I still don't agree, Rashad, that it's enough.
You ain't let
so
us
here's
finish.
my
I don't know how
women.
you disagree.
so here's my point. There are no statistics on this, so this is all based upon our interpretation of everything that is out here. But the one thing that I can tell you is that growing up in the same college, the same high school that you grew up in, I knew a lot of women that were very promiscuous and were proud of it. And there are a lot of high schools out there that are much worse than our high school was. And so I would put my money on saying that, yes, there are a lot that do this. I'm going to compete with whatever it is the man is doing, even if it has to do with body count. Can you not hear me?
No, he's saying these people are
I'm
crazy.
saying this-
Okay,
Go ahead.
that's fair enough. But the point that I'm making is that there are a lot of women that are in that particular situation, and especially if you go to the really underserved areas, right, where these chicks that are out fighting everywhere, that are starting more violence than the men. Yeah, those are the ones that really have those attitudes more so than anybody else. And so I would just challenge that based upon what we all see in the public space. You are coming from a perspective just like Dee Dee. You guys are talking about your perception and how you view things, but you two are not the norm. And that's just the bottom line.
Listen, I have not condoned women sleeping with hella men, but I mean, I have said what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So I won't sit here and say I have.
Why
been
is it good
completely
though?
honest.
How can you say it's good for the good?
Thank you.
Would you?
See?
It's a contradiction. Let me
See?
just ask you this: would you tell your daughter to sleep with as many men as she wants?
No. What I mean, what's good?
No,
for
I'm
the goose,
asking you.
no,
Would you?
hell to the. I
So
just
it's not good for the gander
hold
if
on,
it's good for the goose.
I just said I don't condone it, but I have in statements to friends like, "Hey, girl, and then what it is, what's good for the goose."
I know
good
you
for the
just you.
gander."
I'm right. You just wasn't being a good friend. I did it. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to be a hoe, then that's
Right.
on you.
I know, but you
Or if
shouldn't
I
condone
won't
it.
even say hoe. I say if you want to sleep with multiple men, you want to be out here, you want your
That's
kitty
what a
cat to be
hoe is.
loosey goosey, then that's on you. But yeah, I'm not.
No,
At least I'm
we're not
honest with you.
saying this.
I have sat there and say, hey girl, what's good? If these men out here doing it, yeah, you could do it too. Why not? So
That's just proving my
That's
point.
bad. That's
It's
bad
just
though.
it's
That
just
means not
proving my
being a
point.
good friend. Because I
But
think
this,
that
so
anytime you
can
lie
can
to
I make a
somebody
point
that
on
you
that?
call your friend is not good. And I'm not making
I
this
don't
about
think
you,
it was a
DD.
lie. I said what's good is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, but
Meaning
you don't believe that.
what's good for you. That might be good for her. Not necessarily it means
No,
it's good for me. Different things, different strokes for different folks. You see what I'm saying?
no, it's
I
only
can
one right. No,
no.
so
Let me
listen,
let me say.
if
Can I
it's
say
only going
something?
to be measured by what they think, then they wouldn't be asking you, DD. You see what I'm saying? Like if they're
I know
asking your
it probably
opinion,
wasn't
then
even
it's
that
for
they
your
asked
opinion.
me. It was probably like we were having
Let,
a
Oh,
let me
just
say this.
casual conversation.
yeah.
It was more just
Nobody's
like,
ever
okay, well,
Okay,
baby, do what you want to do then.
hold on.
Okay,
A
I
lot of
got you.
times, we make statements to our friends that we don't necessarily live by, just out of just talking.
Thank you.
But when you really care about somebody, and when you really in somebody's space, and you say something to somebody in love, a woman, especially between women, you speak something to someone in love, then they may receive it, and they may not say nothing right then and there, but they may go back. The other day, Dee Dee said something to me, and I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, I had to think about what she said and kind of look at myself in the mirror and say, dang, Tan, are you really doing what she's telling you to do? Are you really doing that? When I had to come back, I said, wait a minute, I am. So I had to reorganize my thought process. Sometimes we say things, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That don't mean I'm telling my homegirl, go sleep with 15 different dudes.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, when she's broken and she's having a hard time, I'm going to have to help rebuild her, or I'm going to have to be a part of what's breaking her. But we can't sit here and say that it's okay for a woman, and we do make it okay. Women, we make it okay because we teach women, like I've said before 100 times, we teach women that we equate success by the type of man that you're with. If you're married, if you've had children,
Yeah,
we don't even look at a woman's career. We don't even look at what she's
because we
achieved in
should.
her career. We look at who she's with, how she,
Yeah.
oh, he took her, you know, he's spending this on her. Oh, he doing this for her. Oh, he,
Hmm.
and and then the women who don't have that, the women who don't have that in their lives, they look in that situation like, well, dang, I'm not as good as she is because I don't have that, or I don't have a man doing this for me. We got to stop that whole narrative in society with women. And then men got to understand this is a big one. Men have to understand and take the lead in the relationship.
Oh
You have to
God.
take the lead. Y'all got to be kings. No, that's real talk. That you laughing at that. All right, so you laughing at being a king? You laughing at leading by example?
I
You
am
laughing at
laughing at
being a
I'm just relax. I'm laughing at Hefe. I'm not laughing at what you're saying. I'm laughing at the
you're
point.
laughing, he's laughing. Yeah.
Say it again. What'd you
I said
say?
I know you're not. I said I know you're not laughing at that. I know he's laughing at that.
Oh no, well
Relax.
no,
But go
no.
ahead.
What he's doing, his hand is on his head because you kind of brought up the point that he made earlier, where he was saying that we kind of straightened the topic, and I always end up going back to men need to be the leaders, and it was just like we
Because
had gotten past that, and then you came right back around to it. That's why he's putting his head down because you're just proving his point. That was all.
believe we can get past that. I don't believe we can get past the fact that if men would stand up and be the leaders in their relationship and lead by example, we would not have women out here saying, let me match his energy.
So okay, can I talk to that real quick?
Go
Can I
ahead.
talk to it? All right. Because I agree with that. I completely agree with it. But I will also tell you that there is a solution that can help men get to that position. And I brought this up before, and women don't want to hear that. The reason that men, a larger number of men don't lead is because they keep finding women that don't require them to. And I've told
I
Dee Dee
agree with
this a
that.
million times. I told her a million times. You guys are the solution to your own problems, but
Every
As
you
they said
time.
refuse.
that.
Every
But
As
time.
they
Every
you
time.
refuse.
I
You
agree, but
refuse.
still, I agree with that. But at the same time, Rashad, I do agree with
Rashad,
that.
you can go ahead
But
and
I do
cancel it. We're
still
gonna call this the Harlem Night
agree with
Show.
that. But it's still,
stop,
I agree with that.
Hefe.
But it's still, I agree with that. But it's still, I still feel like that's a form of blame shifting. Because if
Well,
you're
let me
dealing
let
with
me
a
explain why
woman,
not. Let me explain why not. Let me explain why not. The reason why it's not blame shifting is because you have to understand whatever a root cause is. A root
Starts with
cause
you.
is what is the reason why you are in this situation. A man should, to your point, should be willing to step up and make better decisions, right? That is 100% correct. Hear me when I say that. A man should be willing to do better for women.
You see why
However,
you gotta provide so much reassurance to women just for them to listen? It's
let it go,
crazy.
dude. Just
It's
let it go,
crazy.
dude. Let it, bro. I've
It's
talked to you
okay.
Look what
about.
It's
I heard.
okay.
Men are bad. Men are bad. Men are bad. Do
No,
you hear me? We all
here's
agree
the
men
deal.
are bad.
Here's the
But
deal.
okay, go ahead, Frank.
I've also talked to you about forms of communication, which
Yeah.
sometimes you get, sometimes you don't. This is how to communicate. It's as simple as that,
With the lower
right?
level thinking. Go
No,
ahead.
it's not lower
Why
level
is it
thinking.
gotta be
You just
low level?
look. It's not lower level. It ain't. It's just
You know
meeting
why?
people
Because
where
if
they
you
are.
went to a,
No,
because you know why? Because I treat everybody like an adult. I don't believe in meeting you where you are because I don't know you. So how do I know where to meet you at? I picture you like if we was at a round table at a business meeting, I would treat you like you're just a normal functioning adult. I'm not meeting you where you are. I believe that people that can't swim should drown. If you can't keep up, if you can't emotionally regulate yourself, if you can't come and show up and act like a normal functioning adult, then you shouldn't be a part of the conversation. I'm not meeting you where you are is for people reserved for people I love and care about, right? Not a person
so
that I don't even know. You
all
see what
right.
I'm
So
saying?
here's the deal. That's
But go
fine.
ahead.
But once
Go ahead.
again,
Go
just
ahead.
like you and I talked about, you have to remember what is the purpose behind your message. Are you trying to give a message so you can be right? Or are
Yeah.
you trying to give a message so you can actually convince someone that
I,
what you're saying
yeah.
may be an alternate method of thinking that is worth doing?
And
Considering.
mine is
You
my
got
third.
valid
Mine is
point.
the third option. Mine is the third option. I communicate for the people that have the ability to process basic information, and for the ones that can't, find somebody else to cater to you. But I'm not interested in being necessarily right. I'm interested in providing truth, at least my belief of truth, right? And and the people that can receive it, great. I'm okay with the people that can't receive it. That's why we got so many baby mamas. That's why every time you turn around and I say, well, how did you become a baby mother? How about if you should have been married first? And then they say, well, these news ain't shit and they change and they this and they that. All those may be true. That got nothing to do with you becoming a baby mother. If you did not become a baby mother, then you wouldn't have, the baby daddy can't be a bad father. If you don't become a baby mother, he wouldn't even be a
Okay.
bad father.
All right. So just
I'm
like I
going to
told
the
you
root.
before, just like I told you before, your intent
Mhm,
is genuine, right?
mhm.
You have your message, you know, to a degree, you know, because we all have different thought processes, but your message is normally, in my opinion, it's accurate. But the difference is that I want to ensure that the larger community gets the message so that we can heal at a higher rate. So
Right.
the intent behind why you do it and why I do it are completely different. And so I don't knock you, but at the end of the day, I question the motive behind why is it that you're just so willing to spread the truth, but you're unwilling to understand that in order to evolve your message,
Right.
you need to consider how it is communicated. If your intent is to truly educate the community, but your you know intent may not be to educate the community. It may just be only, to educate the few people that catch it, and that's fine.
That is it.
But so once again, we have two different agendas. My
Yeah, yeah.
agenda is to truly get as many people on board as we can, because with that, that is how we get to the healing that you
I think
initially
it's good
talk
for
about.
both. I think it's good for both. I think I put it like this. Although I'm not like Rashad, right? I can appreciate that there are people that have the patience like Rashad to do what he does. I just don't have that. Ain't who I am. I'm the
And
ones that you know what it is. I know it's a lie, but I'm one of the ones that actually treat adults like adults.
well,
And
but see now, once
if you
again,
proclaim, no, I'm just saying, if you think I'm being facetious, I'm not. I'm saying, if you show up to this interaction and it demand the respect of an adult, then I'm just going to simply treat you like an adult. And if you can't get it, then you might got to go to the Rashad seminar. You know what I'm saying? For real. And that's not a diss. I'm just saying I'm not capable. I'm not, I don't have an interest to do. I don't have the patience. I don't even think I have the
You
patience.
you
You know what I'm
guys
saying?
both have different styles. I
Yeah.
appreciate both of
Can
you
I say
guys'
something?
styles.
Can I say something? Let me say something. Every single time I have said something, I have been interrupted by FA. Every single time I've tried to make a point, I haven't been interrupted yet. I'm the one being pointed at as not intelligent. I'm the one that's being pointed at as not having control. Yet I've been sitting here for a good 5 to 10 minutes with my mouth not even moving, listening. Okay, so let's point that out since I'm the one that's emotionally unstable. Okay, that I'm being
Okay.
called. However,
And then
FA
again,
said it
Didi.
a few times. FA said that a few times, but let's just say the fact that FA is really believes that because a woman has a baby with a man, she's automatically that she's not married to or she's married to, she's not going to become a part of baby mama culture. That's false. Marriage
What?
does not guarantee that
What?
you do not. Marriage does not guarantee that you will not become a single mother. Marriage does not. You got to stop there, Hefe.
You
You
don't
got to stop there. It's
I
clear
don't even
the
think
women
you
out here.
understand. Mom, do you know it's a difference between a baby mama and a single mother? I don't even think you hear yourself. Do you know what a
Yes,
baby
I do.
mama
I
is?
do. Yes, I
a
do. I've
woman
never
that
been. I
listen,
know.
a woman that gets married and has a child and gets divorced is not a
Interrupted
baby
again.
mama. He's a single mother. Well,
Interrupted
because you
again.
lied on me a few times. I've been being patient
No,
though.
interrupted again. Interrupted again. There is.
Hmm.
I understand the difference between a baby mama and a single parent,
Clearly, you don't.
but there are single mother. I do. I have been a single mother. I raised two children
So why are you
by
describing a single
myself.
mother as
I
a
have
baby
a
mother?
17. Because you're making it seem as though baby mama is not just the only issue. Single parenting is a
Is the
big
issue?
issue as
Yeah.
well.
No, no, it's not.
It's not
No,
just
it's
the
baby
baby.
mama.
Oh, okay. Then we
No,
don't
no,
even.
you
If,
good.
if
No,
it's
you
just
good.
baby mama, it ain't just baby mamas raising kids though. It's grandparents raising children. Like what are we talking about? Kids are not only being raised in baby mama households. There's a large number that are, but children are not being raised in only baby mama households. You got children being raised up in the system, in the adoption system. They're lacking. You got children being raised by single parents who are in broken homes. They're lacking. You got children who are raised whose parents passed away. They're lacking. So if all you're gonna address is baby mamas, that sounds like you have an issue with baby mamas. You probably got a baby mama. So
Unfortunately.
can we talk about how Hefe end up with the baby mama? Did he hate them so much?
Hold on, I
Did
want to
I
read
ever
some
say I
comments,
hate baby
y'all,
mama?
because
Oh,
y'all
that's
been. Hold on,
emotional.
let me read some comments and we'll get back to it. Mama said, "Men don't make babies. What the hell?" Clean said, "That's why most old married dudes advise is happy wig, happy life, or she is always right. That might be the only way to stay with y'all. We just eat all the accountability. LOL." Mama said, "Efe, you always bashing women, but when a man challenges you, you don't talk crazy to them. Most women want a good man and wants a
Wish
good
I would disagree
relationship.
with that.
Young girls are the ones without morals." Clean said, "Let them thought out more box for us." What are you talking about, box? Clean? Aren't you in the
Oh
Navy?
no, clean, clean,
Uh,
clean, clean,
this
clean,
might be
clean,
the
clean, clean.
easiest time to get boxed in human history. Clean
It
said, "No
sure
more
is.
mystical, sexless marriages. The new standard is casual sex and going 50-50 on dinner. Bet,
This
let's
is
roll."
the this is the part where we talk about the intelligence, and what y'all don't realize is clean, a guy that doesn't care. The culture that's being promoted today is 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 the greatest culture for a man that doesn't want commitment. So if a person is clean is like reiterating the fact that the basic thought process today is only beneficial for us. We actually love the fact that you know that a lot of our counterparts don't have standards. We love it. Like I mean a lot of men do, but when they try to tell y'all shouldn't do anything, it's just certain things. It's funny the pushback. It's like, oh my God, I ain't never seen a person fight so hard to want to be a. And I ain't
Who's
know. It's
fighting
like
to be a hoe though?
no, the
You
people
mean
that
you
say
talking about in
being
general? Okay,
equal and
okay.
equal, we should be able to do it. It's like wow, sort of like what the prompt was about. And the girls kept saying, "Why would you want to be though?" That's what she was,
No, she has very
asking.
valid points. Because
Like,
who
well,
the
why
hell
would
is
you
out
want
here
to
saying
be?
like, "Oh, because Rashad, you slept with 100 women. Let me go out here and sleep with 100 men." Like, who the is saying? Like, there are women that say like, really?
Yes, that's the answer every time. I mean, that's why they say the lack of accountability is there because every time we get on these topics, they always say, "Well, when men do it." Oh, well, when men do your mother do it every time. Think about it. Look at it every time. But what about if men do it? It's always the same thing over and over and over again.
I mean, this woman, what's her name, Dakara Williams? She had some valid points. Um, with the clip because the point is, why would you want to do it? But then I would sit here and say I'm not guilty from listen, gaslighting the situation. I have done it. I have done it. So
Right.
I'm not innocent when it comes to that. Like, yeah, girl, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And like she said, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm out here doing it. I just mean like, hey, that's what you want to do. That's your life. Hey, go be great. Go do what you want to do.
I just think that when there's something, I think that we take it. I think when a man hears it, we take this a lot more serious because we know the consequence of it. Because we know men, because we understand men, we also know that. Huh? No, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway. You good?
But you
Because
did
we
have a good
know
point,
him.
Fa, about the consequences because
Mhm.
we don't hold y'all feet to the fire when it comes to things like that.
And you know why?
Because
Because it's not that important to y'all. I'm telling you, we know what's important to women. We base what we like. A lot of men base the qualities that they have based on what's important to women. So we know that women don't mind being with promiscuous men because men with money, because women tend to prioritize a man with
Can
money
I? Can,
over a man with that has a promiscuous past. They just care about if he
let
got
me help
money.
y'all with something real quick. Let me help
she
y'all
just
with something real
interrupted
quick.
him
Money
while
is
he
Please
not.
help us.
was
We
All right.
can't never do it. We
Let
can't
me
never do it.
hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Let
I
me help
told
you
this
with
the
something real
Harlem
quick because
show.
I want to respond to no I want to respond to what y'all are saying when y'all say women are out here doing allowing
You gotta
men to do
control these
certain things.
guests, man.
Fa,
We do
relax.
allow men to do a lot. We do need to control the guests. Honestly, we really do. But nonetheless, we do allow for men to do a lot of things in our lives because a lot of times with women, we'll sit around and watch a man's behavior and we'll think, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then he's going to change. I'm going to rehabilitate him. If he's going to, I'm going to love him so, oh, I'm going to be there for him so much that, oh, he's going to see and he's going to change. There are women out there who feel that way. So they will sit up and
And
be
they
like, and
just not that smart.
Just like Hefe said, Hefe said, we understand men. We understand how men work. Well, guess what? We understand women and we understand how women work. And women, for whatever reason, have a tendency, not all women, because I'm not one of them. That's why I'm 3 marriages behind. Because you're not supposed to sit up in my life and wreak havoc and think I'm supposed to sit over here and just allow you to do that to me. You understand what I'm saying? There are women out there like me that will say, fuck a ring, excuse my French, forget all of this extra stuff you putting me through. I can, yes, do bad by myself. And then go be by myself and do much better than I was when I was with the Joker that was doing all this crazy stuff in my life. I tell my homegirls all the time, if you're not being treated right, you are the common denominator. You're not being treated right because of how you are allowing somebody to treat you. Now, this is what I say to my brothers. If you walk into a woman's life and your intentions are not pure, and you know that she is going to allow you to do certain things in her life that you know has low moral and low integrity, and yet you still go and do those things, that is called predatory behavior. Okay? We talked about that. So,
Congratulations.
I mean,
A
both
lot of
sides
men
are
don't
wrong.
care.
Oh
I
my.
understand
I'm
that.
just
That don't
saying,
make it
okay,
right.
as long as
Not
we
caring
ain't
don't make
saying
it
this
right.
right. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying this right. I'm just saying that men don't
Both
care
both
about
sides
your judgment.
both sides play their role. Both sides play
That
their role.
Hey,
Both
a
sides
Oscar.
play their
man,
role.
Go
listen,
ahead,
a man that
Rashad.
want to
Go ahead,
sleep with a
Rashad.
lot of women don't care about you calling them
We listening,
a
Rashad.
predator.
So here's my question to you. Okay. Which do you think is the easier task?
I got you, Mama.
Should it be for the man to not indulge in the predatory elements that you were talking about? Or should it be the woman that does not allow the man to do the predatory elements?
Thank,
Which do you think is the easier path to the potential answer that we're all seeking?
thank you,
Path.
Rashad.
I think the
Thank you.
path that I chose. I think the path that I chose to leave. I think the path that I chose to walk away from the situation and not allow myself to be victimized by
There
someone,
you
that's
go.
easier for me.
There you
That's
go.
Okay,
easier
but
for me.
not for you. But not for you. What do you
Listen to
remember?
the question.
I'm trying.
Remember
I'm
how you
trying to.
phrase the question.
So let me
I got
start. I'm gonna
it.
let me give you another scenario.
I
My
mean, this is
scenario is
basic
not the same.
101 comprehension.
Hold on. Hold
Because the
on.
question wasn't
Okay,
about
kids.
Harlem
Hold
Nights
on,
and
hold
her
on, hold
personal
on. Y'all
situation.
gotta
Am I
stop
He
with
gonna
the
phrased
chat.
the
am
Stop,
I
question
gonna
very
stop,
answer the
stop,
generally.
stop,
question?
stop, stop,
Am
stop.
I gonna answer the question? Can I answer the question?
Yes, please answer the question.
Okay, thank you. For a woman that is dealing with stuff like that, and she got 4 and 5 kids that she done had by a man, and he's paying all the bills, and he's making sure that those children are taken care of and those children are eating, and she does not have the resources to be able to do that, she may have to take a different path. She may have to consider some other things because of her situation. Everybody's situation is not the same. That's all I'm saying.
I think
Most of
Okay.
these
Harlem
Well,
black
Nights, to
women are.
Rashad's point though,
Most of these
what he
black
was
women
trying to
are.
say is what is the better option though?
The
Right.
better
Still ain't
option
answered
is
the question.
leave. I did
okay.
answer it. The better option is leave. That's what I said.
So
What I
so
did.
watch this. Okay,
Get
so
to
watch
answer the
this.
question?
So okay. So watch this then. All right.
Okay,
If the
go ahead,
better
Rashad.
option, if the better option is for women to not allow men to get into that predatory position, why don't we focus our energy and our effort on educating the women, since that
But
is the better option? Because we
stop
always
putting
go
up
back,
with
we
these men and their stuff.
and
Right.
we always talk about the man should do this, the man should do that. Well, we just agreed that the better solution is to have the women to empower themselves. So why don't we speak more about women empowering themselves,
Yeah.
because we believe that is the path to least resistance.
Well, you know why? You know why,
And I
Rashad?
agree
Let
with
me
you.
tell
No,
you
no,
why,
I
I
agree.
Rashad.
don't know. I
No, no,
don't
no.
know. I don't want to. I don't
I'm
want to
gonna
hear you
tell you
two.
why.
I do
I'm
not
gonna tell you
want to
why.
hear
I'm gonna
you.
tell you why.
I
Because
don't hear
everybody would
nothing you
no,
can
no, no.
say.
Because anybody that got anybody with a brain can understand that
See, and
you
that's
can
why, right there.
control.
That's why I
No,
didn't want
listen,
it.
no, this is
No,
not
your
about Harlem.
communication is terrible.
Listen, listen,
It
listen,
ain't
listen.
got
This
nothing
is
to do about
hold on,
her.
hold on. This is not about Harlem. This is about all the women that say things like some of the things that Harlem said. And because my fundamental belief is you control your
The
outcomes on
narrative.
your life.
Yeah.
So you
You control the
always
narrative.
start with you first. The reason why that is not a thing that would be the more reasonable option for a lot of women is because it makes them accountable, one, and it removes the ability for them to be the victim. See, they gotta be
Yeah.
wronged. They gotta
All right.
always want
All
to be
right.
like these men. He left
Okay.
me. He treat me bad. He do this. He do that. It's like, oh no, I. But if I make better decisions and decide to not be with these type of and not have a baby with a man that don't love me enough to marry me first, then I wouldn't have to worry about having a bad baby daddy. Because I wouldn't have a baby daddy at all. But no,
All
But
right.
that will
All
in
right.
no, but that
Harlem's
will
defense,
require me.
FA,
But that
she's
will
trying to
require
say that
me.
these women are getting married, then the situation is going south, and
These black
then
women ain't getting married.
no,
See, all
no,
right, all right, all
no,
right, all right, all right.
FA.
What are
So
these
once
women?
again,
Go
so
ahead.
like I said, once again, that is why you cannot give that message, because ain't nobody finna listen to you. That's
No, the men
why
are.
We need
The
you.
men are.
Well, but the men are
check.
No,
not
because
the
no, no,
people
no,
that
no.
have the.
Men and women. There are some women that hear me very clearly.
But
They do.
dude, I'll put it to you this way: these must be women that you have some form of relationship with,
No,
that know who you are, because it would
no,
be hard for me to believe that a woman off the street that you don't know, giving her the message the way you just delivered it,
Hey, Briscoe.
she
yeah.
is going to be
No, I
receptive to
wouldn't.
that.
No, I wouldn't deliver it to a straight the same way. This is a build up because we done had a discourse about this 100 times already. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but
But so it wouldn't be like the initial thing I say right away. But I would say I think one of the worst things in the world in the black community is baby mother culture. Just that
God
period.
damn it, ain't nobody asked you that, bro. What
Okay,
else
let
got
me
to come
read some
from?
comments. Y'all get your final thoughts together. Mama said, we already know FA is a bitter baby daddy who needs therapy. Mama said, I say it to you, FA, because you on a baby mama hate. Mama said, I have a question. Why are white women not called baby mamas? Uh,
Because a
Clean
lot of
Queen
those
said,
women got standards. You know, they don't have babies until they get married. I know
Uh,
that's just something our black women don't possess. I get it.
I
I
don't know
know.
where
I get it.
Clean
where
Queen
he's
said,
from.
yo, where is healing hurt? We need that angel in our lives right now. He said, yeah, they professional victims. It's a skill. Go.
It's skill, dog.
And
It's
Mama
insane.
said, where they at? All right, let's do some final thoughts. I was gonna say to Harlem Knight's point that black women do get married, FA. Maybe not at the rate of some other races, but we do get married.
It's a
And
very
because
low percentage.
huh?
Very low percentage. It's sad. It's sad, but it's a very low percentage.
We
I
do
mean,
get married.
to know that 80+% of all black children that are born out of wedlock is letting me know that that's only 20% of us. That should be like embarrassing as a culture.
But the point is, I'm making, we do get married. Some of us get married, and then sometimes
Very little of us.
it doesn't work out, and then
Enough.
that mother is left to be a single mom.
She's not a baby mom though, but she's not a baby mother.
But a single mom,
I'm okay
and a
with
single
single
parent household.
mothers.
Yeah, but what
No,
are you okay with that father being? Are you okay with that absentee dad?
no. I said it.
Oh, okay,
Remember what I said? Any man that don't take care of his kid is a what? I've said this 100 times. Is a coward. I said there is a difference in a single mother and a baby mother. A lot of, to me, baby mother way of thinking is they say, well, this marriage doesn't guarantee that y'all gonna stay together. I didn't say that it guarantees, but you
okay.
still should get married before you have a kid. That's just crazy to say.
Okay, let's do some final thoughts. Mama said final thoughts. Don't be a bitter baby daddy. Who wants to go first? And let's try. We are gonna get some rules.
Let me go first.
Okay.
Let me go first. Let me go first because I wanted to respond to something that Rashad asked me. I didn't get to answer because I got interrupted. Rashad said, should we educate women? Rashad said, should we educate women to make better choices, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just like we should educate women, and this is my final thought. Just like we should educate women to make better judgment, we all should educate men to have pure intentions. Both parties need to be equally accountable to the problem at hand. I'm not going to hold women more responsible. I'm not going to hold women more responsible. I'm not going to hold men more responsible.
I like that.
I'm going to say both parties play an equal role. We are all adults. Okay? To sit and say that we need to educate women and not educate the men, then that allows the men to just not be accountable as they normally refuse to be. That's all I'm saying. Clean is sitting on here pointing all of this issues on women. Men need to have equal accountability. That's the reason why you need people. That's the reason why you need people like me, a loud black woman, to come up and say, hey, black man, be accountable to your sister. We all in this together. We all fighting the same fight. Why are we fighting against each other? We need to be fighting together. Instead of you coming over here with ill intentions and ill will, trying to get over on me, how about you come over here and try to build something? Or if I'm not the one you want to build with, don't even come over here disturbing what I got going on. Go find you somebody that you want to build with. And then you don't have to worry about me becoming a bitter baby mama. You don't have to worry about me becoming a bitter single parent, whichever one you want to call it, because at the end of the day, our babies are being raised in one-parent homes, whether it's the mother or the father, and they're lacking. And that's the problem at hand. The fact that women have made it up in their minds that they're going to have the body count that men have, I feel like that's horrible for our society today. I don't agree with that. I don't condone it. And I don't condone a woman thinking like a man to match his foolishness or his coonery. I don't condone that. We all need to do better. We need to hold each other accountable. Men need to hold their brothers accountable and say, yo, why are you doing that black woman like that? Why are you being that in that black woman's life? You don't even have to deal with her. You can go find you a random hoe that'll let you run over her and let you do whatever she want to do. You ain't got to do it. It's hoes out there that sleep with you, and you ain't even got to pay her to do it. She'll simply do it for the attention and for the time alone.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, instead of you coming into a woman's life, playing and acting like you want to be there when you really don't. Be intentional and be pure.
I want to say something before you go, F.A. in Rashad's defense. I don't think Harlem, he was saying that to not hold the men accountable. I think he was saying that the easier solution would be for women to check these men, hold these men to the same standards that they're holding us. If you think having 80 body counts is bad, then we need to make that bad for men, and we need to make it vocal and let these men know we ain't going for that. You got 80.
Didn't I say that earlier? Didn't I say that earlier?
Yeah. So that's what I think Rashad was saying. It would be easier if we had better standards.
No, it would be not easier, not only easier, that would be the smart thing to do. You know, like
Jody,
if you don't like something, then you shouldn't have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you decide what you deal with. I'm gonna conclude with this, and I'm so
okay.
serious. I'm so serious. The more and more I talk to modern day black women, the more and more I reason why I see why our black men are starting to leave and not date. And I'm sad to say this because I'm a black person that believes you only should be with a black man should be with a black woman. I believe that, and that's the only way I would be. But and Clink Clink, me and him disagreed on that because I don't think his woman is black. But the point is,
Yeah, I try to get Clean on here. I think he
but the
might be
point
doing
that I'm trying to make is the more and more I have these conversations with our sisters, more and more reasons why I believe I'm starting to understand why our men don't want to date our sisters, man. It's sad, man. It really is. It's really
Hold on.
sad. It really is. I really feel like I really feel like us as black people are doomed. I really do. I really do, and I feel like the majority of these women are going to continue to be hoes, continue to sleep and do all the crazy, never get married. They're gonna continue to be baby mamas. It's going to be the same cycle because because we can't stay on one topic at a time. If the topic is about criticizing women in this particular topic, if we can't just stay there, then the women will never walk away with anything. If it always got to be, but what about the men? Then it just never changes. Now, if when we get a topic where we talking about bad fathers or men that are promiscuous, sleeping around, love bombing, lying to women, creating broken hearts, and doing women, causing mental discomfort to a lot of these women. If we have a topic about that, DD, I promise you, I won't bring up the women. I'm
Okay.
just gonna talk about the men. But the
You didn't
problem
show up.
is the women
You didn't show
can't.
up for that topic.
I missed it, baby. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
you
But the
knew.
point
She
is,
told you the day before. You told him a day before, right?
I sent him a video the day before.
Yeah.
we
Go
send
ahead, F.A.
video. We send hundreds of videos.
We do. Go
Anyways,
ahead, F.A.
jeez Louise. So first of all, I don't have a problem. I actually can't wait to talk about a topic about how we can talk about men and the improvements.
Well,
The problem is a lot of these topics, not the problem, coincidentally, a lot of these topics be about women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry that you're tired of me talking about women, not
oh,
you. I'm talking about
That
women
one
in
was about
general.
men.
But
That one was about men.
listen, stay focused. I said a lot of the topics be about women. That particular topic may have been about men. I said a lot of the topics that we discuss be women forward. Just like today, is it wrong for women to think like men? The question was, it was not, is it wrong for men to think like women? It's the other way around. So I'm only answering questions that's being brought to me. If you don't like the questions, then challenge the person that provides the questions. Okay? Oh, I'm just saying, but that's what I said. Like, these people are not that intelligent. Not you, Harlem. I'm talking about anybody because I'm only answering the question that was brought to me. It's crazy. That's why I think people are really crazy. Because you think I'm not you. I'm not emotionally attached to the conversation. If you want to talk about how niggas ain't shit and they lead on women, and make that the question. And then I'll respond to that. But until then, I'm going to answer the question that's presented to me. That's it.
it's so crazy that you said all this because there's a black man that is absolutely in agreement with you, and we will chat about that tomorrow. He said, if you are dating a black woman in 2026, something is mentally wrong with you.
Yeah, the average black. And you know what? It was a time, if I'd have heard that, I'd have automatically thought this nigga's a coon.
But we'll get into his rhyme and reasoning and why do we put videos up like this. But okay. My final thoughts. Great discussion today. Thank you, F.A. Thank you, Harlem Nights. Thank you, Rashad. Thank you, chat. This will be up on YouTube. If you have not already done so, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And please, y'all, know this is a judgment-free zone when we chat about these things. Nobody is right. Nobody's wrong. These are all of our opinions. So, okay? Nobody's stupid. Nobody's dumb. Okay? Nobody's not intelligent. Okay? So We all have just different opinions. We all grew up differently. That's why I have y'all on here every day, because y'all provide that differences of opinion. And the point of discussions with Dee Dee Parker is not only for female accountability, but it's also for male accountability. So yeah, I hold everybody to the fire. It ain't just men. It ain't just women. It's everybody.
Both.
Green, yellow, purple,
Right.
gold. Everybody
Do
catch
better.
these. So, because I believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, women mess up any more than men. We